So to begin, I'd like to welcome our first guest speaker who understands what it takes to literally build the future. To share how her team is embracing test automation to innovate power tool development, please help me welcome from Milwaukee Tool, Beth Heath. Good morning, Beth.
Good morning.
So great to have you here today.
It's great to be here.
All right, Beth. So we got a room full of engineers. I think it's safe to say we are all at least a little familiar with the Milwaukee tools that we have here on display. But tell us about your company.
Of course. At Milwaukee Tool, we develop solutions for safer and more efficient job sites. We're obsessed with delivering disruptive innovation and solutions for our end users, the professional trades. A key to our success is our culture of relentless improvement, where we continuously challenge the status quo.
Okay, and you lead a test organization at Milwaukee. Talk to us about how test automation contributes to that overall mission.
Sure. Our in-house test automation and lab teams help drive speed to market and ensure our tools are nothing but heavy duty. My team works closely with new product development teams to create test solutions for tomorrow's tools. We support lifecycle, performance, agency, and advanced testing. Our goal is to accelerate test timelines through test automation and to enable data-driven design decisions.
Now, to me, that sounds like a great example of making test a strategic advantage, but I'm sure that's a lot easier said than done. So how did you get to where you are?
It's taken a lot of effort to get where we're at, that's for sure. When I started, we were dealing with rapid growth in the company, including many new additions to our product lineup. Over the last decade, Milwaukee Tool has experienced incredible growth. We've grown from a $500 million company to now more than a $10 billion company today. That's consistent double-digit growth year over year. To support our growth, our US power tool test automation team more than doubled in size, and we established 2 new global test facilities. Growing labs around the globe added a layer of complexity, which forced us to be strategic. So first, we focused on tools to help us cross-engineer and support our global team. We implemented source control, practical documentation, and a formalized test system development process. We simplified our application distribution so that all test systems receive software updates automatically each time they're restarted. We also opted for standard DQMH architecture to improve our code modularity and style consistency. Then we worked on minimizing development for new test systems. We leveraged DQMH's modularity and VI packages to increase code reuse. We also pursued opportunities for reusable test controllers and software. So for example, we developed a standard life test controller based on Compact Deck and LabVIEW that pairs with fixturing specific to each tool family. Fast forward a few years, we now have more than 150 of these standard life test controllers that fulfill our life test needs. And through reuse of these controllers, we've significantly accelerated our test system development.
That's great. There's a lot there. So let me see if I can just recap a couple of the key points in addition to the DQMH reference. So you made critical choices about common tools and standards. That's key. You built some core configurations that could be reused, and now you're starting to see that reuse at a pretty large scale. That is exactly the path that we're seeing in so many best-in-class organizations. But how do you keep track of all those test stations?
To us, the key was making data front and center in our strategy. We track a common data set on all of our test systems. This data includes metadata, progress, camera footage, events, technical comments, system location, and more. We use this data on LabVIEW-based dashboards. They significantly improve our test visibility, our accountability, and in effect, our test uptime. We also use them to make decisions as to what systems we need to add or relocate, allowing us to keep up with our test goals. Currently, these dashboards cover more than 1,300 test systems across the globe.
Yeah, I was impressed with 150 earlier. 1,300 is an even bigger number. And that's super impressive globally. And I love that you're doing it also with LabVIEW. So I think that the question, though, is you talked about this data-centric approach. I'm sure that applies to more than just assets, your test assets. How is it applying also to maybe how you're doing some of the product work with those teams?
The way I describe it is that we use data to tell the story of the tool on test. Our approach involves rapid prototyping and iterative testing throughout the new product development process. So during each test, we collect time series, trending data, along with the common data set I mentioned earlier. All the data is analyzed together to assess the prototype tool's performance and identify potential failure modes. This information is crucial to making informed decisions throughout new product development.
And I think this is a really good example of thinking holistically about the impact of tests and how it can help other parts of the organization. Okay, so you talked about Milwaukee's really impressive growth rate. I'm sure you got big things on the horizon for your team. What's next?
NI tools have played a crucial role in enabling us to develop faster test systems and manage our test strategy. Looking ahead, we'll further enhance our data accessibility and insights. Our goal is to make it as easy as possible for new product development teams across the globe to learn from our testing in real time. Additionally, we'll use the NI platform to accelerate testing by integrating AI.
Beth, great job. Thank you so much for being here, and best of luck.
Thank you.
All right.